You must be here for your eye appointment. Is that right? Okay, good. Because I'm here to give an eye appointment, so that works out well. First off, just so we have everything recorded, what is your name? Okay. And when were you born? Perfect. And let me just see. Okay, so we're doing the full eye exam today. Testing rods and cones, as well as nearsightedness and farsightedness. Is that right? Okay, perfect. Okay, so why don't we dive right in and give me a little information about what is bringing you in today. Are you having difficulty seeing at distances? Are you having difficulty reading? Do you have eye pain? What's going on? Okay. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I see you're wearing glasses. When's the last time you updated your prescription? Wow, okay. It's been quite some time. And was that the last time that you were at an ophthalmologist? Okay. So first off, I am going to just clean your glasses because sometimes, let me just make sure there's nothing on this brush. Nothing on this brush, nothing on this brush. Okay. Yeah, it's always good to clean the brush before you clean the glasses, of course. Perfect. So this will actually remove most of the big particles. But you can still have a little dust on the surface, which it looks like you might. But it's okay because I've got a tool for just that. Let's scrub that dust off and make sure that your lenses are nice and clean. Okay, perfect. I think we are good and we can start the vision test now. I do things a little differently here. I'm not going to have you read any letters from a distance or anything like that. What we do here is mostly test general eye function, and what we find is that usually tells us more about your vision than the simple eye test where you're just reading letters on a distant screen. So this is probably not going to be like any eye test that you've ever experienced, but first off, I have this crystal ball. And don't worry, we're not going to be doing any magic. Instead, I'm just going to have you look at the crystal ball. And I want you to raise your right hand when you see the crystal ball light up. Good. 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 Excellent. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we call it flooding your eye with light. So I'm going to keep the crystal ball illuminated. Just focus on the crystal ball. You don't have to raise your hand or anything like that. Okay, here we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know sometimes it can be a little jarring for people who've never had this kind of eye exam, but the results speak for themselves, and we'll be able to get a much better idea of your prescription just based on this test, or these tests. Okay, so next up, I'm going to do something similar, but I'm going to be using this cube of what we call eye gel. Eye gel. Okay, so again, just look at the cube and notice how the light changes as it moves. Okay, now that your eyes are primed for this next part, I'm going to have you stare at this cube again, but this time the light is going to be a separate source, and I want you to raise your right hand when you see the light go behind the cube. Okay. Oh. Good. 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 Okay, you're doing a really good job. I appreciate your cooperation so far. I just need to write down a few notes about what I saw to make sure it makes it onto your chart. Okay. And I also wanted to check. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so, believe it or not, that was enough for me to test your rods, which are the parts of your eyes that perceive black and white. So, next up, we're going to test your cones, which which are the parts of your eyes that perceive color. So I want you to look at the wall behind me, and I want you to raise your right hand whenever you notice any kind of change at all. Good. What did you notice? Okay, good. Let me know if anything else changes. Good. What did you notice? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let me know if anything else changes. Good. What did you notice that time? Yeah, good work. Okay. Again, let me know if anything changes. Good. What did you see? Excellent. Let me just get this back to our normal setup. Okay. Once again, let me know if anything changes. Good. What did you notice? Yeah, the brightness of that one went down. Okay. Anything else? Just let me know. Okay, what did you notice? Yeah, good. You have a very good eye. Just based on that, I'm thinking that your cones are very healthy, but let's keep going. Tell me if anything else changes. Yeah, good. How could you miss that one, right? Okay, let's get back to baseline here. Okay, so just a couple more notes. If you will excuse me for 1 second. We're almost done. What's that? Oh, yes, of course. Yes, they told me that you were interested in both contacts and glasses, so we'll be exploring both today. Don't you worry. Oh, here it is. Okay, perfect. So I think the only test we have left is one more light test. So this is going to test the angular movement of your eyes and how well you're able to track things that are moving in your field of vision. So for that, I'm going to use this light. I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be a little bright, so just be prepared. Okay, not too bright, perfect. Let me just... Okay. So I want you to follow this light and tell me when it goes off the screen. So you would say top. You would say bottom. You would say left. And you would say right. Okay, so follow this light around and just tell me when it moves off out of your field of vision. Good. 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 Perfect. Good. brightness a little bit to test how well your pupils react to changes in light. So if you would look right here, just try to focus even when the light goes on. Okay, perfect. And I come back into view. Perfect, and let me do one more just to make sure they're all closed up, and I slowly fade back into view. That's perfect. Okay, so now we have the exciting task of finding you a pair of glasses. We have your prescription all figured out. From those tests, we know exactly what your eyesight is and the adjustments that you need. We did take note of an astigmatism, but that's not a problem for contacts or glasses. So, first off, I'm going to send you home with this contact case, as well as a complimentary box of contacts. So you'll go home with those. As far as the glasses go, we have a couple of options here. In our handy glasses case. So keep in mind that these are just the frames, so obviously we're not going to send you home with sunglasses instead of regular glasses, but let's take a look at these frames and see what you think. Here, put these on and let me know if you like them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they have kind of like a leopard print on the frame themselves, and then the earpieces, they're like a tan, which are really nice. So that's pair one. Pair two is a little more casual. They also have that leopard print. It's actually called tortoise shell, but most people describe it as leopard print, so try those on. They feel good. Okay, great, yeah. So, unlike the first pair, which have these metal arms, this is like a unified design, so you can see the arms are made of a single piece of plastic. And again, don't worry, we won't be sending you home with sunglasses instead of regular glasses. So that's pair two. Next up we have this is another pair of sunglasses, but again, don't worry, here, try those on. Yeah, those look really good. Those look really good. So, as you might be able to see, these are see-through frames. So, they're a little bit more modern than the previous options, but they also have a thicker bridge here. I didn't realize you could see yourself in the reflection, kind of. So that's pair three. Next up, we have a kind of a more subtle frame. They're mostly blacked out, but if you look closely, there actually is that tortoise shell design still. So try those on. Yeah, those look really good too, actually. These are a little bit more understated, so I can put these on so you can see what they look like. Again, you won't have to worry about the shaded lenses because we'll hook you up with clear lenses so you can see. But these are a little more understated and a bit more modern than the other options. So, what do you think of those? Okay. Yeah, of course. That is what I would have picked as well. The see-through frames that are a little bit more modern. I really like the look on those. And you can go ahead and wear those out. Let me just put the rest of these glasses away. Okay, perfect. So, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Yes, absolutely. We have you're going to take this home too, don't forget. We have some solution you can take home as well as a guide to teach you how to put them in if you've never done it before. Is there any other questions you have? Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Let me just make one final note about the glasses you chose. Your finalized prescription. Okay, and you are all set. If you head up to the receptionist, they will tell you your total for today. They'll discuss anything with insurance that needs to be discussed, and they will give you a invoice for the glasses and the contacts. And if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to give us a call, and you can speak to me directly. Okay, perfect. It was very nice seeing you.